Okay, so now we are done with the file section. We are going to go to the home section. Normally, when you open your Microsoft Word, it is always default the home section. All right, so you have the home here. So when you look at this home section, the home section is divided into smaller sections or units. So you have this first one here, which is paste. Like I told you, whatever thing you want to know, just take your cursor or your pointer to each point will show you. Paste. You use WhatsApp. So copy. When you copy something, you're going to paste, right? So when we are producing a document, you see how we're using this paste option. Okay, you have this painter option here, right? It is there for when you're doing formatting, you're going to use that. Okay, so this is the paste and the format painter, right? I said we'll do that later. Okay, now we come to this other small box here. The box are demarcated by lines. You see a line here, it goes and it ends here. So you have these characters here, they have their functions. Okay, so when you come here, you see calibre. Okay, this is called fonts. If you touch, it will show you fonts. Fonts are different type of handwriting. You have different types of fonts. So you see calibre. Now when you come close to this calibre, I don't know what your own font might be. Maybe Times New Roman, maybe something else, but they are the same font. So when you come to this small down arrow beside the font, the calibre, you click on it, it will show you all the types of fonts that are there. All right. The most fonts used are Times New Roman and Arial. Alright, so you have many fonts. You can go down, click on this arrow, this small arrow down here, and will show you many other fonts. These are different types of handwriting, and you use this handwriting for different types of documents. Some are bold, some are not bold. Alright, so in case you want any of them, maybe you want this Cambria matte, you just click on it, it will change here. You look up here, it has changed, right? That Cambria matte. Now, once you have your font, these are the font that you're going to use to write. For example, let us go back. Let us take, say, Times New Roman. Okay, so you're going to write here. Let us write on our page and we say hello. Hello, are you seeing? This is the font of Times New Roman. Now let us give a space and take another font. So let us take that Calibre matte and we'll still write hello. Now let us take Arial something different. Arial, and we say hello. So if you look, they look different, right? Okay, now quickly we are going to go to the next beside that font. Okay, we are seeing a number there, 11. Now let's go back to the font. This place here, if you click here on the font, you can delete the font that is there and you write the font that you want. So for example, if you know the font that you want, I want Times New Roman. Alright, so maybe I'm writing Times, the font that I want there. Okay, or you can use this small arrow here to get a drop down menu where you can search for the font that you want. Now this number beside the font tells us the size of the font, the size of your handwriting. Font means handwriting. The size of the handwriting. So it is 11, and this is the 11 here. This is how the 11 look like. That's why I've written 2 hello and they have the same size. Okay, if you want to increase the size now, let us click this small arrow beside the number. So when you click that small arrow, we have the sizes. It ends at 72. That is the biggest. Okay, from 8 to 72. So if you take any one here, let us say 36. Okay, take 36 and we're going to write that same hello. So you see how big hello is. Alright, it's very much bigger. Okay, you can now click on that 36, you delete it, and you write the size that you want. Maybe you want 23. Okay, so you want the font size to 23 and write the same hello. 23. 23. Yeah. And now you see we are writing and it's not changing, so we need to click on that arrow. We don't want that arrow. Alright, good. So it is 23, or let's say hello. Are you seeing the size has reduced to 23? So when you're fixing your handwriting, you want to fix the size of the handwriting. The first thing that you want to do when you're typing is choose the font that you want, the kind of handwriting that you want. And we'll start preparing our document. You see how we are choosing the handwriting depending on the section of the document. When you choose the handwriting that you want, the next thing is to determine the size of that handwriting. Alright, we might change the size in the document. We'll do that when we begin. Okay. Alright, so now from there we go to the next. If we come under here, or let us just continue straight, you see grow font. Alright, for this A, capital A is grow font, small a means shrink font. To grow font means to make the font big, and to shrink it means to make the font small. Now before you want to apply any of these right effects to any word, okay, on your document, you need to highlight it. To highlight it, put the cursor key in front of the word, alright, as it is showing that black line like that, and then right click. When you right click now, take your right hand, left click, so to say left click with your left hand, right, left click on your mouse pad, and then take your right hand and click, and then drag it to there, move your right hand to the left hand side. Okay, this blue is going to show this blue. Alright, then now you can now go to your grow font. As you are clicking the grow font, you see it is becoming bigger, isn't it? Shrink font, it is becoming smaller. So for you to apply any editing effect on your text, you need to highlight it. By highlighting it, once again, what do? Let's click on it. You put your cursor key in front, you left click with your left hand, and then use your right hand to increase it. If you want it to cover all the text, you can still do it, and then you can now apply the technique that you want. Alright. Okay, now we'll leave it like that. Here is bold. Okay, so it's going to make this text bolder. Before you want to apply this bold, also make sure that you have highlighted the text as I've done. You take bold, so you see that the text becomes bolder. This one is italic. Italic means to make it look like those ancient ways of writing. You have to slant it. Let me just take italic. So you see italic, it is slanted. This I stands for italic, this B stands for bold. This U and a small line under stands for underline. So if you click on that, it's going to underline. You're seeing a line under it, right? And then this ABC with a line crossed or strike through, it stands for strike through. You want to cancel, so you are cancelling. So for example, I'm going to write 50% off. Say 50% off. Yeah, so maybe I'm writing something for the company. We are giving a promo 50% off. I'll highlight it. I said again to highlight, bring the cursor key in front, left click, and then use a right finger to cover what you want. Then I'll go now to that ABC strike through, and then I click on it. Once I click on it, it will strike through. Alright. Okay, so that is it. Now let us delete this, and then we still write our hello. So what I'm going to do to increase the font, we go to the font size. Let's take 36, and then we write our hello. Okay, so now we want to use this subscript. This X with a 2 under, right, is subscript. Okay, let us see how it goes. We are going to highlight it like this, right? We click subscript. Are you seeing? Click the subscript and then write the number that you want. So I'm going to click 4. Sorry about that. So for us to get back this document, we are going to go to undo. Are you seeing? We have gone to undo. Something has disappeared here. We take undo, right? Okay, so we have our subscript, and then we can write say just hold on. Good. All right, so we have that. So for the subscript, you are writing a number below. The computer is giving a problem. So subscript means you write something. For example, what is the formula for water? You know water to be H2O, right? So if you're just going to write, it's going to be like H2O, which is not correct. So you want to put your subscript. So you write H, right? You come to this X with a 2 under. Are you seeing the 2 under? You click on it, and then you write number 2. So the 2 goes down, and then you cancel it. You still click on it, cancel. Then you write O. So you have written H2O, right? Okay. Now, what if I want to write MC squared? You know the popular that formula MC squared for energy. MC, the squared, the 2 has to be on top of the C. So how are we going to make this 2 to be on top of the C? We are not going to use this subscript because this one writes the 2 down. We use this one, all right, where the 2 is on top of the X. So click on it, and then come now and write 2. So you see the 2 goes up, right? You can write any number or any letter. So that is subscript and superscript. So that one with the 2 up is superscript, and the one down is subscript. Are you seeing how it goes? Yeah, so that's how you use it. Once more, to use subscript, write the letter that you want to write. Click on this. If you want the subscript, click on it, and then you write the number that you want to. Without go, it will go down. The same process. All right. So we have that. Okay. So the next thing now is we are still on the same section. We have now some text effects. As I've clicked, you have seen text effects. So let us go back and delete. So to delete, you use your backspace to delete. Backspace is to delete. So write our hello. All right. We want to apply our text effects. So for us to apply this text effect, we need to highlight. So to highlight again, left click, use your right hand to cover. So let us see what text effect is. When you click, you have different types of text. All right. So let us take this one. You see how the hello looks like, right? So go back, click on that small arrow. You're clicking on the small arrow beside that A. If we take this one, you see how it looks like. It has a reflection below. Okay. Now, you still highlight, go back to text effect. You can do some adjustment. For example, this outline. When you take this outline, click on the outline. You can choose any color. Let us take this yellow. All right. So you see the outline here is like the stroke. There's a yellow around it. Okay. All right. So you explore text effect yourself. You have shadow. You have glow. You can just play around with it. Okay. Okay. So let us go here. Let us go to undo, and let us undo what we have done. We are going back to our normal hello. Okay. So now we have here. This is text highlight color. It has a default red, a default yellow. If you click on that, before applying it, all right, any of these text effect, make sure you highlight. That's the one that you need to do. You become used to highlight it. If I click on this text highlight color, it gives me the background color, and the default is yellow. So if you want to change it, you still highlight, then you click this small arrow beside it. All right, then you can choose any color that you want to be our background color. Are you seeing? You can choose. If you want no color, you don't want any color, you go to no color and you click. All right, with no color. So whenever you want to apply a background color to any text, highlight it. You click on this A, small A, and then you take any color that you want. All right. Yeah. And if you don't want any color, click on it and take no color. But like I said, before doing that, you need to highlight your text. And to highlight, you left click, then you go to no color. So there's no color. So hope the lesson is going. Alright, the next thing, you have this A. When you click on A, is font color. Font color now is the color of this handwriting. If you look, the handwriting is black. Okay, so maybe you want to use another color. So you highlight it. The default font color is red. If you click directly on that A, the color becomes red. Are you seeing it? So we highlight again. There's a small arrow beside this A. Click on that small arrow. It gives you other colors which you can choose. And then when you come here, you have more colors. When you click on more colors, you have different color swatches here. You can now click on any color that you want, and then you have that way. Say for example, you want blue, so that is blue. If you like it, click OK. The color becomes blue. Are you seeing? Yes. Alright, so there are still other things which you can do there. You can click here and you go to gradient. Alright, so gradient means a combination of two or more colors. If you come down to more gradient, you have a combination. You have other colors which you can choose. Just click here and you see other gradient colors which you can choose. Alright, that will hardly use gradient, but if you want to make your work beautiful, you can use gradient. Are you seeing? Alright, so that is it about that section. So end here for this. So we have here as bold, we have here as italic, we have here as underline, we have here as strike through, here as subscript, here superscript, here text effects, here background color, and then here the font color or the text color. We have here this capital A, this big A has to grow your font, and then this small big A, small capital A has to shrink your font. And then here, this other one which we have forgotten is to change case. So do you want it to be, let us highlight our text, this is hello, and then we click on it beside. When we click on it, we have sentence case, lower case, upper case, capitalize each word. So in case we want everything to be lower case, click on lower case. You see that the hello has come all to small letters. Alright, if you want it to be sentence case, click on sentence case. You see that it starts with a sentence. The sentence starts with a capital letter, and all the other ones are small letters. Alright, good. If you want uppercase, that is all of them to be capital letters. We have it like that. Now I've told you before you apply any of these effects, you need to highlight toggle. You need to highlight the text that you want. Alright, so that is it with this section. So you can call this section the editing, the word or font editing section. Font editing section. Here you are editing your handwriting. So the next video, you are going to look at this paragraph section. As you can see, this is font here, right? So this is the font section that we have just looked into, and we have seen how you can search for fonts. You have seen how you can change fonts. You have seen how you can increase your font size, and then other text editing options. Alright, beautiful. So we're going to look at the next section, which is the paragraph section. Okay, so what is the assignment for today? The assignment is this. You are going to write hello and you bold it. This is hello. Alright, this is hello, you bold. So the first thing is you are going to use Times New Roman for your font, and then your font size is going to be 36, and then you're going to write hello like this. You bold it, you bold, you write another hello, write another hello, give space, you write another hello, you italize. Let me see if we can do that. Italize, write another hello. Now when you are doing this, you notice that you have this board has become orange, right? Click on it again a second time so that you deactivate it. You understand? So it has left. So you still write another hello. When you write that hello, you are going to this time underline it. Okay, it has underlined. Go back to the underline and you remove. Now when you look at beside the underline, right, there's that arrow down. Click on it. It shows you how to underline, different underlining options. Do you want a tiny line? Do you want double underline? You want to underline it 2 times. Alright, do you want a thick underline? Do you want to underline it using dashes, different dashes, and so on? You can see more underlines. Choose the one that you want. Alright, okay, so you are going to still write another hello. Alright, and then this time you're not going to underline, you are going to strike through. So you strike through here, and then you move your strike through. You're going to write again the same hello, and you highlight it, and this time you take there, you are going to take the subscript. So do it like that, take that, and then you take subscript. See, your subscript should be use any number, maybe any number that you want. Let's say 4. So you might want to try the superscript first. Alright. You are seeing subscript is giving trouble. Take superscript. When you take the superscript, and then you can write another hello and use the subscript. Okay, so you press your space bar, still write another hello. So you see the hello this time that you have written has gone up, right? That's because this subscript is still activated. Alright, this superscript is still activated. Remove it. Click on it again so that it will deactivate. Then you can write another hello. It is still there, so deactivate it. And then write another hello. And you write that hello this time. What are you doing? You are adding a glow. You are adding any effect. So I'm going to use this effect. Are you seeing? Yeah, that's text effect. I'll still write another hello. So that effect is still there, right? But don't bother. Just click on it and deactivate it. Take hello again. We are going to go to effect and just don't take any effect. So let's do this. So we don't want any effect. So the effect has outline. So we are going to take no outline. Take no outline. If you go to that effect, glow, no glow, no glow. Now that reflection, no reflection. So what we are doing is you don't want any effect, and glow, no glow. Alright, so you can write now, and it's still coming out the same, but that shouldn't be a problem. So since we have this effect and we don't want it, we are going to change color. Alright, so pick our color, say black. So how are we going to do to remove this glow? How are we going to remove this glow? Highlight it. You know where the glow came from, the text effect. Click on that small arrow, go to reflection. When you take reflection, take no reflection. So you see the reflection is out. Reflection means it comes down. So this is what you are going to do. Alright. This is what you are going to do. And then you're going to change one hello. Change one hello. The hello is all in capital letters. Alright, change it to small letters. So you come here and you take lowercase. All should be in small letters. So that is your exercise. When you do it, snap it with your phone and send it to me. Alright, so see you in the next lesson.